Hey guys, today in this video we're going to be discussing the basic tools that are needed for you to become a barber and that you would start with in your barbering career, and then how as you advance you would add more to your arsenal. The first and foremost basic tool that you would need is a clipper, any kind of clipper. Here I have the Oster fast feed clipper with a lever and a simple power on and off button. This clipper is what you would need to use in order to do any fades, any tapers. You can also use it for clipper over comb. Simply turn on the button, the clipper goes on, and then you can open and close the lever to go from longer to shorter. When the lever is fully open, it's cutting longer. When the lever is fully closed, it's shorter. What the lever does is it brings these two blades here closer to each other. Look at that. Shorter, longer. This is what the clipper does. With this clipper, you will get the guards for it. Here I'm using the Andis magnetic guards. These fit really well with the Oster fast feed. Here I have the 0 guard, the number 1 guard, and the number 2 guard. These are the guards that you would be using in order to do fades, tapers, and if you want to blend anything, you can also use these guards. Next up, we have a trimmer or a liner. In this case, I'm using the Babyliss Black FX liner with the Graphite 2.0 blade. This trimmer will help you do any lineups. It will help you with your skin fades in order to take it down to a 5-0 or the liner level. This will also help you line up any beards or do the forehead lineup as well. As you advance and as you get better and better, usually this comes out of the box pretty sharp, but it's not the sharpest you can have. You can get another clipper just like it, and you can 0 gap the blade. 0 gapping a blade means when you bring, again, the smaller blade very close to the top blade. And this helps you get sharper lines and allows you to edge the hairs, the lineup in a very sharp manner. However, I do not recommend you use this kind of clipper on everybody, especially young kids and older men that have a little bit of a looser skin. Next up, you're gonna need a comb. Any basic comb will do. This comb is a perfect size in order for you to do scissor over comb, grab the top so you can cut the hair on top with, or just comb the side of the hair. This is a very basic comb. You definitely need one of those, or 2. Another comb that you're gonna need is your clipper over comb. This comb comes wide like this, and it's usually the same exact width as your clipper, because this will allow you to use clipper over comb without ever going under or over. As long as you line up the clipper in the center of the comb, you'll never miss where you're cutting. This comb with this kind of distance between the teeth is very important to have in your arsenal, because it will allow you to get a finer tune on your clipper over comb technique, and it will help you blend the hair in a faster and much more efficient way. Next up, we have your brushes. You got your fade brush, just a basic bristle brush. This will allow you to clean the fade as you're fading. Sometimes when you're doing a skin fade, the hair gets stuck to the scalp of the client. So using a brush like this will make sure to clean up all the hair so you can see exactly what you're cutting, what's left, and what's already been cut. Not having a brush like this will make your life and your fade a lot harder. Another brush that you want to use is a round brush. This brush will allow you to blow dry the hair and get volume on the hair as you're blow drying. You could use a comb, but this will make your life a lot easier, as you can go in, grab the hair and pull up and then blow dry. We will show you how to use these tools when we do a haircut on the client. Next up, we have your scissors. 2 kinds of scissors. You got your blunt cutting scissors or your straight edge scissors, and then you have your thinning shear scissors. These are what we call thinning shears. Some people call them texturizers. These are the shears that look like this. Some people, they have long shears. So this is a 5.5. Some people like to have a longer shears, which is a 7. You can also get those, and it will help you do any beard work if you want to cut like any flyaways or anything like that, or if you're doing an afro or a flat top. you can always use those in order to trim any flyaways, and it will help you make your job easier. As for the texturizing shears, these are the ones that you would use in order to do a little bit of blending on the side using scissor over comb, or if you want to add any texture to the top, you could use these scissors as well. Next up, we have the Auster Octane. This is what we call our debulking tool. This is one of our favorite tools. It allows you to start a haircut in a very clean way and gives you a good foundation for the rest of your cut. This tool comes with very many detachable blades as such. So this is your 1.5 guard, and then it comes with a number 2 and a number 3 or 3.5. In addition, you have your 5-0, which is basically your liner, as well as the 3-0, which is your clipper, fully closed. And then you got your number 1, which is your clipper, fully open. Next up, we have our shaver. Any shaver will do. We like to use the Andis profile shaver. You can also get your wall super close shaver, as well as the Babyliss shaver. This is the Andis profile shaver. This is what you would use when you're doing a skin fade. You want to go down to the skin. It simply comes with a button. You just flick it up and it starts on, and then you can use it in order to get a nice skin fade. I also like to use this on the bottom of the neck whenever I'm lining up a client for their beard and we want to like clean up the neck really down to the skin. Instead of using a straight razor, sometimes I'll use this in order to get a nice smooth edge. Another tool that you're gonna need in order to get nice clean lineups, especially on the beard and the forehead lineups, is a straight razor. Any straight razor will do. This is what the handle looks like. This is a straight razor where we have to slide in the blade. So it's a slide in. And then it closes. This is a basic straight razor. You don't need anything fancy. This will do just fine. As long as you know how to operate it and you're careful with it, you will be fine. The way you want to hold this razor when you're using it is you want to place it like this between your hands. So you got your pinky right over here, and then you got your index finger all the way at the top. And then this is how you would be using it in order to shave or to do a lineup. Last couple of things that you would need, you're gonna need a spray bottle for some water, something very basic. Any spray bottle will do, as well as a neck duster. Put a little bit of powder in it so you can clean up the client and make sure there's no loose hairs all over them. And last but not least, you will most definitely need a blow dryer. Here I have my Dyson hair dryer. Any hair dryer will do. This is a very nice hair dryer. The weight of it is pretty nice, especially when you're holding it from the top. The distribution is really nice, so it doesn't get tiring or it doesn't get top heavy. However, any blow dryer will work as long as it's powerful and the cord is long and it has a cold shot, as well as different settings for heat and fan speed. This is the Dyson Supersonic Blow Dryer. So there you have it, guys. These are all the tools that you're gonna need when you are starting off in your barbering career. This is a well-rounded arsenal. We've also done a video on our Instagram and YouTube that kind of shows you a good set of tools that are brand new, that we just kind of went through them. You can also check out that video. However, for the sake of this course, we wanted to include the tools, the basics, and the little bit more advanced tools that you will need in order to perform 85 to 90% of all haircuts you're gonna come across. There are certain hairstyles that will require you to have some specific tools. However, the reality of it is whenever you're starting in a barbershop, you're most likely not gonna get these kind of hairstyles. You will get the more basic haircuts. And we wanna make sure that we're providing you with all the essential tools that you need in order to do 90% of the haircuts that you're gonna come across. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon.